Hey, if you just bought a new home in Ontario, listen up. You could be owed thousands of dollars from the government. Stick around because we're about to break down a major tax rebate that honestly a lot of people just miss out on.
So, let me ask you, did you just sign on the dotted line for a brand new house or condo in Ontario? Maybe you even had one custom built from the ground up. If you're nodding your head right now, then this explainer is definitely for you.
Look, we get it. Moving is a whirlwind of boxes and paperwork, and it's so easy for important stuff to fall through the cracks. But what if one of those overlooked details was actually a big refund from the government? To get to the bottom of where this money comes from, we first have to talk about a tax that's baked right into the price of a new home. And trust me, it can be a pretty big shock if you're not ready for it. I'm talking about the HST. HST, you've probably seen it on your receipts. It stands for Harmonized Sales Tax. Here in Ontario, it's a 13% tax, and you can think of it as two taxes kind of smushed together, the 5% federal GST and the 8% provincial sales tax. And, yep, when you buy a new home from a builder, that tax is part of the deal. Now, let's be real. Piling a huge tax bill on top of a down payment, that's a tough pill to swallow. The good news is, the government kind of gets that. And that's exactly why they created the GST/HST New Housing Rebate program, to put some of that cash back in your pocket. The purpose of the whole program is pretty simple, really. It's designed to give you a refund on a chunk of the tax you paid, which helps make buying a new home just a little bit easier on the wallet. Now, here's something really important to understand. This rebate isn't just one single thing, it's actually split into two separate pieces. You've got the federal part and you've got the provincial part. And you guessed it, they each have their own set of rules.
So, let's get right into the most important difference between these two rebates. Seriously, this is the one key detail you absolutely need to know to figure out if you can get a refund.
Okay, here it is, the main event. The federal rebate, it's got a super strict price limit. If your new home costs $450,000 or more, you're out. You just don't qualify. But, and this is a big but, the provincial rebate does not have that price cap. This means you can still be eligible for the Ontario portion even if you bought a more expensive home. Big difference, right?
Okay, so besides the price, what else do you need to qualify? Let's run through a quick checklist of the general requirements, and we'll start with who exactly can apply for this.
So first things first, who can apply? Well, it has to be you, an individual, not a company or a partnership. Also, this new house has to be your main home, your primary place of residence, not some rental property you're flipping. And finally, you or a close relative have to be the very first people to ever live there. The property itself has its own checklist too. We're talking about a brand new build or a place that's been so renovated it's practically new, and you have to have bought it straight from the builder. A key detail here is that the house and the land have to be part of the same deal, and you only take ownership once construction is pretty much finished. So let's say you and your new place are checking all the boxes. Now for the fun part. The part everyone wants to know. How much money are we actually talking about here? For the provincial rebate, the maximum amount you can get back is a whopping $24,000. Now that number is based on the first $400,000 of your home's price. So even if your home costs, say, $600,000, they only calculate the rebate on that first $400,000. And on the federal side, well, the maximum there is $6,300. That amount applies to homes priced up to $350,000. And don't forget that hard stop we talked about earlier. If the home is $450,000 or more, you're not getting this federal portion. So I'm going to say it one more time because it is so important. Even if the price of your home is too high for the federal rebate, you could still be eligible for that provincial rebate of up to $24,000. Do not forget that. All right, we have covered a lot of ground. Let's just zoom out and boil all this down to the one simple, actionable thing you really need to take away from this whole explainer. Here it is, the bottom line. If you've bought a new primary residence from a builder in Ontario, you owe it to yourself to investigate this rebate. Your next move should be to look up the official government forms and just check the specific criteria for your situation. So I'll leave you with this question. With potentially tens of thousands of dollars on the line, isn't it worth a few minutes of your time to find the answer? Thanks for joining us for this explainer.